And we all know that in the beginning of the year, it's all about consistency. Because if you're not consistent, it is so hard for you to kind of just track back. Hi, and welcome to Small Talk Sundays. If you don't know me yet, my name is Michelle. I am a beauty entrepreneur and your YouTube girly talking all things beauty and business, so let's dive into it. So before I get started, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. It is 2025. I hope you all had a great end of the year. I hope everything's been wrapped up and now you are moving on to your new goals. And there are just so many YouTube videos on like goal setting, on how to do this and how to become a better goal setter, because everyone knows that just because it's the beginning of the year, people tend to flake off maybe like mid-January or even like at the end of January. But this year, we all want to kind of try to avoid that. And I want to share what that will help me through my goal setting for next year. And these are kind of gifts that my clients actually gave me, which was really nice. And I actually went to the dollar store today because I've been watching so many bullet journal videos for the last like holiday, and I'm kind of obsessed because I kind of used to do them before. I am definitely not the best person to, or like I'm not the best artist for sure, and I get a lot of info between Pinterest and then YouTube. There's this girl online that I've been watching, and she does like 500 bullet journal ideas, and I was just watching like crazy. So I have an old one, and I think it was like a few years ago, but it's this one. I didn't finish it, unfortunately, but I did write a lot of things before, but I didn't keep track on it as much as I should. I also wanted like something that didn't have what do you call these? I wanted it to be flat every time I wrote in it, and I found one today, thankfully. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm definitely not the best person, but I kind of wrote some of my goals already, and I'm going to rewrite them in my new journal. But I found it at the dollar store today, and I thought it was really cute. I kind of wrote in it already earlier today because I was just so excited. It's pretty aesthetically pleasing for some reason, but it was $3.75, so it's not $1 anymore. But it has this kind of lining, I don't know, or binding, sorry. It's this kind of binding. And then it has like this like jean kind of like cover, front and back. And then when you open it, it's all the bullet journaling dotted lines. I don't know if you can see it like that, but you can see my first page because I wanted to write it before I go do stuff for tomorrow. But it's the start of 2025. So let's see how the progress goes on over the year, if my drawing gets better. And I think bullet journaling is actually like one of the best ways to kind of just write down your thoughts of what you need to do. If you're like me, who's a little bit more scrambled, you can write anything you want. You can write your goals, you can write what's on your mind, you can write your habit tracking, or you can even draw little pictures that reflect like what your week is going to be like. You can do a weekly journal, a daily journal, anything you really want. So I think it's like kind of like a good organizer, but in like a more creative way and in your own style as well. So one of my clients gave me this notebook, and I've never done one of these before. I've seen it in Indigo and I've seen it all over, but like I personally just haven't started from like a 365 day till like the end of the year, and I want to see if I can commit to it and not miss one day, because it only takes me like 1 minute to write. But I want to show you. Also, excuse the mess that I have in my room because it has just been such a gong show throughout the holidays. There's always events, always family things, friends things. You know, everybody just wants to do things at the end of the year, and that's totally fine. But I'm just so exhausted from it. So my house is kind of messy, but I'm trying to keep it organized. And low-key, after New Year's Day, I kind of cannot wait to take down my Christmas tree behind me. Like, it looks really cute, and I've turned it on for the whole month. But I think it's time to do like an early spring cleaning. Anyways, it's those one-sentence journals. It's a gratitude journal, and I thought it was so adorable. So this one says, you might use this journal for daily recollections, a baby's first year. I don't have a baby. Gratitude journal, notes about food or travel, or record a progress of a new business or project. I might do a little bit of both. I'll show you like what a page looks like. It'll take you like 5 minutes, not even. So I think these are one of the good ways of kind of just starting your year, is writing down like one happy memory or one positive thing into your life. And it's just like one sentence. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's whatever's in your mind or whatever you think the highlight of your day is. And I think I want to use it for that. So gratitude journal, but I think I also want to use it for like how I'm feeling about my business, because I do want to shift it more onto the online side versus more of like a brick and mortar type of style. And I've been working on it for a while, or for the last few months, but I just been like on and off, but mostly off. But this year I really want to kind of push it a little bit harder. I don't know if you see my previous videos, but I've been very comfortable in my business and I kind of just want to step it up. And I know that hustle life is daunting sometimes and it could be overwhelming, and I've been there before. I've hustled, I've gone through like becoming over and beyond in like my previous jobs, and I definitely burnt out. But there is also another way if you go the opposite direction, where your life gets a little slow, which is fine, but I am not that type of person where I can just keep sitting around and doing nothing. That's why even when I don't have work as much for the rest of the day, I'm always doing something else. And whether it's going to the gym, whether it's doing my little hobbies, or if I'm gonna go meet up with a friend or my family, or if I do my errands, I kind of do them alone too as well. If I want to go to the dollar store, let's say, or if I need to get some groceries, anything like that. And she also gave me a new gift too as well. And this one I think is really good for creative blocks. I kind of looked at some of the cues for it, but this one is called the Muse Machine. A little bright. Anyways, it is 150 indirect directions to inspire creativity. So basically, these are like a bunch of cards in here, and they say something really random. But like, you know, when you're having like a social media content block in your head, or if you're writing a blog and you don't know what to write about, you pull out one of these cards and it kind of gives you like an idea of a little brainstorm. For example, simplicity. I like that one. I found one in here and I don't know where it is, but it was take a nap. That was my favorite one. If you can't find something, clean up. Can it be bigger on the inside than on the outside? So sometimes it may not make sense, but it might make sense in a way that could apply to what you are doing at that moment, you know? And I thought that was really cool. So I gotta keep this in hand. And also another great way to just start your 2025 is mood boards. I don't know if you've seen in my previous videos, but I'll kind of link them in this video, where it's about these digital mood boards that I made. I made one. And then I was like, you know what? One isn't really enough because it doesn't really explain what I really want to do as a big picture for 2025. And then I ended up making like a whole like 6 other sections, and then I just grouped them together on Canva, which I thought was really cool. I might print that out, but I might just keep it on my desktop for my inspo. And then before Christmas, I got a couple of my friends over. We ordered Indian food, which is really good. I introduced them to a place here in Surrey. It's called Baba Chicken. We got butter chicken because that's what they're kind of used to here. But there are definitely more options, and we also got paneer. But we ended up making like those old school way where you do like the magazine type of mood boards. I do want to put it up though. Mine was pretty simple though, so we only had like a lot of fashion magazines at that moment, or we had ones from last year, and they were kind of like garden or colorful kind of what do you call it? Magazines. So it's very limited when you do this type of thing, but we used as the background as one of these like painting ones here, and it was definitely a lot bigger than last year, but it's kind of like this. I thought it was really cute. I don't know if you can see here, but I wanted to have something more with like color in here because I'm a very colorful person, inside and outside, hopefully. And then I had like a coffee here because I am obsessed with coffee. I should stop drinking too much coffee. I actually bought a tea set, and me and my fiance got like a bunch of tea. So we have way more options for that one. So I said there was like fashion jewelry or fashion books because we have some expensive ones on my mood board here. But I wanted like a Chanel or a Louis Vuitton or some Manolos. Those are my dream stuff that I would love in my other lifetime and hopefully maybe in this lifetime too. But there's but on my mood board there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 Chanel bags. I think that's what I want, a Chanel bag. I remember a long time ago I wanted like a Chanel wallet, and I wanted this specific one. It was like a lambskin wallet with like the pink interior inside, and it was like $800, which wasn't a lot, but I don't know why. I just felt like I didn't deserve to get it. And I do this all the time, which is crazy because I always like have a goal of like, hey, like maybe I'll purchase this and only if I deserve it. And then on my mood board here, I didn't have that much stuff of like worldly things, but I don't know why it's so small, and I'm hoping it's bigger in my vision, but I do want to travel a lot more next year or even in the following years to just get there. I did really enjoy the Philippines. The Philippines was something I needed to be done, like not just as a bucket list, but like for my personal experiences. And then I have some fun quotes here, which is like fabulous, keep moving forward. A girl should be 2 things, classy and fabulous. And wow, I didn't realize there was 2, but that quote is from Coco Chanel. She lives life in her own little fairy tale, which I definitely do, because I always think life is about rainbows and butterflies, and I hate being realistic because realistic just kind of makes me feel miserable. And then I got a favorite quote here, which is, hold fast to dreams, for dreams die. Life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. I googled that a while ago and my friend explained it, but I totally forgot. But if you want to look at the quote, it's by Langston Hughes. And then I thought this was a really fun one. My friend like printed it out. She's like, you should put this on your mood board. It's right to be wild. She did that because I love having a good time and I love, just getting myself out there. No embarrassment, nothing. And if I do get embarrassed, I'll just move right along. And like I mentioned, like bullet journaling is great to start in the new year to do, or a creative thing to do. Writing a vision board or drawing out your vision board digitally or in person. And also doing gratitude journals is a really good thing for the new year. And also what I really like is actually this one. This one is like a weekly journal. I've been doing this for a while, but I want to run out of all the pages for this one. But it's very simple. You kind of just write out your week in like 5 minutes. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to work, or are you going to go to the gym? Have you gone to the gym? And then I put little stickers in the corner too of that day, like how I'm feeling. And I usually do that in the morning because if my morning is good, that means my whole day is going to be good. That's kind of how I describe it as. And then just like a few things that are priorities too. Like for me, it's like working out at least 3 times the minimum, stretching every day, and going to whole class. And then on the side here are little notes that you can write on the side. Sometimes on my little notes though, I don't write a lot, but I write like little sentences of like what I'm thinking on my mind, so I at least like jot it out. Even if it's not like always like it doesn't have to be a list of something, but it's just like a 1 sentence thing. Like this one was like at the end of the week, which is like, this whole week just flew by. I am so tired. December is a total write-off for me. But I just wanted to show you a few things that I'll be doing in the beginning of the year, which I'll be continuing for the rest of it, just because I already have those little habits. Gratitude journaling has not been a habit, so it's going to be a totally different journey for me. And I'm hoping I will be consistent for it. And I think this one also is a really good one that I've done whenever I want to reset. For example, like whenever I want to go work out and lose weight again, because I've gone through, let's say last year in 2024, I had like back problems for a really long time and I didn't feel motivated to go to gym. But then when September hit, I was like, okay, I have to go to the gym. And I just had to pass like that 3-week mark. And within the 3 weeks, I went like 5 times in the week. I stretched a lot. I didn't push myself as much as I should in the beginning, because if you like go too heavy, especially on like the weight trainings that you're doing or on the skills that you're trying to advance, it's gonna really be dreadful for you the next day or the next following days, right? And you don't want to get there because you want to build on it. You don't need to spaz out your muscles. You just need to like do little by little till you get to that point where you're comfortable. You're like, hey, maybe I can push it a little bit more. But I remember after that, I was like consistent, and then I kept going to classes. And then I kind of overworked myself, which is fine because I took a step back a little bit because I was like, wait, maybe I need to just calm down a little bit, and I need to rethink my strategies on my workout plan, my meal plans, and my dance classes. And I'm not saying that you need to push yourself so hard that you need to do this, you need to do that. If you need to take a step back, remind yourself it's okay to take a step back. You don't have to do all these things once at a time. You just do them one step at a time. So let's say if I'm not used to going to the gym, the first thing I can actually do just to even just get there is just stretch and just be in the environment. I don't have to do a lot, but if I can do a little bit, at least you're having the habit to like getting to that point. And I hope that I could be alongside you when it comes to the new year, and I definitely will share more of my little goals here and then share the things that like are what's going through my business, because I want to give you a little bit more of a background of what I do in my next videos and like what owning a business or even owning a salon really means to you, and like how last year, so for 2024, which is technically today, but anyways, so for 2024, like I've had like a brick and mortar studio. I run it in the downtown Vancouver area, and now because I've proven myself that I can do it, I wanted to shift it to things that really set value to me. Which one thing I want to do for 2025 is like make a plan where I can have my business run on a no location kind of setting, because that would be my dream. And I think that's like one of my biggest dreams that I've been trying to accomplish for the last few years, and I think this time I really need to implement it. So I hope for 2025 you're gonna be with me for the rest of the year and see how the journey goes. And if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments, or if you have any other fun creative ideas of how you're gonna start your January of 2025, let me know. But you can always like and subscribe. So I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.